Hi everyone, it's Abbey here from TV4Education, and today I'm going to be taking you through how to search for some resources on compounds, mixtures and elements in science for Year 8 students. So if you're a science teacher, make sure to stay tuned so you can learn how to search with us and create resource lists. So I'll take you to my screen. Now, today we're going to go through how to find TV4Education content on this topic, as well as YouTube videos through TV4Education, as well as smart lessons, whether that be video lessons or resource lists, and how you can get all this content and create your own resource list with that content. So if you wanted to just search for TV4Ed videos, you would go to the smart search bar up here. You can go to recently added here and scroll through or click view all. But if you specifically want something on a particular subject or a specific video, you would go to Smart Search up here. Now you can either just type in what it is you want, so you can type elements in science and see if anything comes up. If you want something more specific, I can click title and I can type compounds. And you can see it's now only showing me content with compounds in the title. So if I went to Smart Search, it would show me everything that's been tagged with compounds with it in the title and the descriptions. So if I want to be a bit more specific, I would go to title and I can see immediately that there is some chemistry videos up here, and I can see this video, which is chemistry challenges and solutions, and I can see that it is on compounds. Once you click on it, it automatically plays for you. You can scroll through and see that yes, this is some content that I would like to show to my Year 8 students. And you can click the star button up here to save it to your My Items, or you can click the share button here and you can share it with your students if you want them to watch it at home, over the weekend or in their study periods. So you would, for the class grade, you would fill in Year 8 and then the link expiry, just whatever date you want them to see it until, and it will give you your share link, an embed code for your school's learning management system, and a QR code. So when we pressed this star before, that added it to our My Items, which I will show you how to access in a minute. Now let's say that we like this video and we've added it to our My Items, but you want to add it to a resource list because you want to show your students more than one video. You want to show them this as well as a YouTube video. So what you can do is you can create a smart lesson for this. So you go up to where the top left here, where my cursor is, the menu comes up, you go to Smart Classrooms and Create Lesson, and I'll open it in a new tab to make things easier for myself. And once I get here, I'll just type the title in, and the description. And I can click save on that. I can edit it at any time I want. Now we went through this chemistry challenges and solution video before, and I want to add that. So what I'll do is I'll click add resource. The add question button is if you're making a video lesson and you want to add some questions to go along with the videos that you're showing your students, but we're just making a resource list today, so we're just going to concentrate on add resource. So I'll click this and you can see some different tabs up here. So because it's a TV4Ed video, we're going to search in TV4Ed, but you can also search through curated YouTube and regular YouTube. You can also upload files to your lesson. You can create text if you want to write in your lesson, and also URLs. So if you're sharing if you're sharing an article or a web resource with your students, you can put the URL in here and your students will be able to access that through the lesson. But as I said before, we're just creating a resource list with videos today, both from TV4Ed and YouTube. So we'll go back to TV4Ed and we will go back to this video, and I will copy and paste the title into the TV4Ed search on the lessons, and you can see the video comes up. So all I have to do is say add to my lesson, and there it is. If at any point I decide that this video isn't for me, I can always delete it by clicking the bin button. I can change the title. I can edit the title down if I want, if I just want to have the name and not the channel, etc. You can also add a brief description, so this can just be some instructions for your students, or if maybe you've got questions, it can be a hint. Say that the answer to the first question is in the last 30 seconds of the video, or this video relates to questions 1 and 2, or anything like that. But just because this is a resource list, you can just say, please watch before class on Monday. So you can write anything you want in here and it will appear alongside the video. And you can edit that at any time you want. So you can see that it's come up here, and you can edit the title and the hint anytime you want. You've also got this scissor button here. So this is just if you want to clip the video. So let's say you only want your students to see the first half of this video. You don't think the second half is that relevant to them, so you don't want them to waste their time watching it. You can go to the section that you want them to watch. So let's say you want them to watch from the start. You click this button here, and that immediately starts the chapter at the start there. And then you go to around about 12 minutes in, which is where you want them to watch until. And you click this arrow button here, and that has created the chapter for you. Now you can put the chapter title in, so you can just call it chapter 1, call it whatever you want. It gives you the time frame that the chapter starts and ends. And once you've done that, you go to create chapter, turns orange, and now you've created that chapter. So now when your students play this video, or you play it for your students, however you're using this resource list, once it gets to 12 minutes, it will immediately stop. And your students can move on to the next video. And if it was, say, starting from 12 minutes, it would immediately skip the start and immediately start from 12 minutes. You can put more than one chapter in, so let's say you do actually think that the last few minutes of the video would be relevant, but this big chunk in the middle isn't. You can once again click this button, and then you can create the chapter, and that will create the chapter until the end of the video. So we'll do that. Then I can create the chapter and call that one chapter 2. Now, so when your students watch it, it will immediately play till here, and then it will immediately skip to the end of the video here, and then play till the end of the video if that's all you want your students to see. Or if you want them to watch the whole one, you don't need to chapterize it, but you can if you want. So once you've done all that, click save, and that will automatically save for you. And now when you play the video, it will immediately skip, so you'll see once we got to the middle, it immediately skipped to this end section here that I wanted my students to see. And let's say you want to edit the hint that you put in. You could just say, please watch chapter 1 before class on Monday, and then say chapter 2 will be watched in class on Wednesday. So you can add whatever you want to this. You can edit it as many times as you want. Now that we've put a TV4Ed video in here, I'll show you how to put a YouTube video in, which is just much the same. You just search in a different section of TV4Ed. So you don't just go straight to the smart search. You either click on YouTube, the YouTube tab here, where you can access both curated YouTube and regular YouTube, or you can scroll down to the sections down here where you can scroll through, or click view all. So if you go to curated YouTube and click view all, you can see all of that, as well as regular YouTube. So we have to search from the YouTube section here. So always make sure this little tab here is highlighted. Otherwise it will just search from TV4Ed. And if you are in the lessons section, it will be searching the lessons and you won't be able to find what it is you need. So once again, we'll just say you've got a video on compounds. Now you want a video of on elements in chemistry, let's say. Now you can see you've got this video on the periodic table of elements, and you click on it. Much the same, it'll just play as soon as you click on it. You can save up here as we did before. You can share it to your students as we did before. And if you want to add it to your lesson, you do it exactly the same. So you just copy and paste the title. And then when you go to your lesson, you go to add resources again, but this time you go to YouTube. Make sure you don't search in TV4Ed because we won't be able to find it that way. So paste. And then we can see that's the video that we were looking at before, and we can add it to the lesson. And you can delete this video, you can clip it just as we did before, just with any TV4Ed video. You can enter a hint, you can change the title, etc. Everything we did with the regular TV4Ed video. Now that we've got 2 videos in here, you might be wondering what these little arrows are here. So this is basically just changing the order of the video. So let's say you actually want them to watch this video on the periodic table first. You click the up arrow and it will send it up. Click the down arrow, send it down. And you can also do this with questions as well if you're creating a video lesson. So if you're writing questions and the question is down here, but the question actually relates to this video, you can do the same with the questions and send the question so it's directly under this video so the students know which question is relating to which video. But we don't have any questions in this lesson, so we will just change around the videos. So let's say you want them to watch this video let's say you want them to watch it on Friday, because it's for class on Friday. You can put that in here. So you'll put that first because you want them to watch that by the class on Friday, whereas this one they don't have to watch till Monday. So you can put them in order or however you like to do it. So you can put as many videos in as you want. You can edit it as many times as you want. You can delete videos, you can add questions, whatever it is you want to do. And you can save this and it will be added to your My Items. And you can either show this to your students in class to make it easier for yourself, just to have all the videos in one spot, or you can then share it with your students so they can access it in their study periods or at home over the weekend when they're doing their homework. And all the videos that you want them to see are all in the one spot. You don't have to send them multiple links. They just have them all in this one spot for their test on Monday. Let's say they watch all the videos over the weekend, and then on Monday when they have a test on the periodic table and on compounds amongst elements, they can put that in. So you can also, you don't always have to create your own resource list. You can search our already pre-made ones. So we have 3 kinds of smart lessons. The ones with the blue covers are the resource lists, which is what we were just creating now. The ones with the greenish covers are the video lessons. So they're about 5 videos along with about 5 to 10 questions on whatever topic. And then the purple ones are also the study guides, which contain an atom study guide and whatever video the study guide relates to. So if you scroll down, you'll see the lessons at the bottom here. You can scroll across or click view all, or you can just click lessons, the lessons tab up here, and now you'll be able to search through the lessons. So these are all lessons created by our TV4Ed team, either based on requests by teachers from schools around the country, or just extra requests that we've taken upon ourselves to create just from searching through the Australian curriculum and seeing what it is that teachers are teaching. So you can you can search elements, and you can see some things that come up, and you can see because you've just typed in elements and it's a bit vague, you can see that there's been some other things that have come up, like the elements of music, story elements, legal studies, things that aren't necessarily relevant to you, so you can be a bit more specific. But you can see down here, this is a resource list on chemistry. So you can click on it, and as I said, we're looking for resources for Year 8s, so you can see that this one is actually labelled with Year 8s. So you can add that to your library, and now when you go to your My Items, you'll be able to access this resource list and see if it is something that you would want to share with your students, or maybe just use yourself to write questions or to create your own lesson for your students, or however it is you want to go about it. So you can search anything in here. You can just search Science Year 8 if you want and see what comes up. You can see there's a lot of stuff that's coming up. You can just search Chemistry Year 8 if you want. You know, you can play with it as much as you want and see what it is that comes up for you. So we were also looking for mixtures. You can see what comes up. So you can see there's a list on separating mixtures, and then this one here about the properties of elements and mixtures. So you can also add this one to your library if you want, and search through and see which one of our resource lists or our video lessons or our TED Ed lessons or the study guides are relevant to you and that you would like to use. And you can see the format we use and see if that would be relevant for you. So I've gone through how to search through TV4Ed, both our TV4Ed videos and our YouTube videos, how you can add those to your own resource lists, which you can also make into video lessons if you want, which we'll cover in another live stream. And if you don't want to create your own, or you're not comfortable with it yet, you can just search through our resource lists and our video lessons and see if there's anything there relevant to your students. Add those to your My Items and you'll be able to see what you are. So to go to your My Items, go to this button up the top. And you can see the 2 lessons that I just added are here. So I can click on this Chemistry for Year 8's lesson. And you can see all the descriptions and you can see all the videos that are here. So you can add these to your own resource list, or just send your students this resource list, or you can edit this resource list if you want and create it your own, and you can add questions or add more videos or delete videos or whatever it is you want to do with it. So it's really simple and easy to use. It's great for you. It's a time saver. It's a way to curate all the content that you want for both you and your students, and it just makes everything easier for everyone. So that's all I have to show you today. I hope you learnt a lot and I hope you got a lot out of it. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below and we'll do our best to get back to you. Make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell so you know when we're going live, or if you want to see all of our updates on all the content we have on TV4Ed or any new resources that we're adding. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook so you can where we advertise all our content and let you know of any updates and new exciting things that are happening with TV4Education. So until next time, I hope everyone has a great week. Bye everyone.